Hey guys, Logos here, and here's my review on this amazing figure from Bandai and the Machinations. This is a Makai Kado Lost Shine Garo, the Ryuga version. Um, I know there's been quite a few reviews that was made for this particular figure, but I just wanted to have, my own take on this one. So for the scale, this figure stands at a 7-inch tall. Here's a Iron Man series or a Marvel Legends Iron Man figure from Hasbro. We do have here a 6-inch Stormtrooper from the Black Series line, which is from Hasbro as well. And lastly, here's a Mezco yeah, so tall. Here's a Mezco Hellboy figure. There you go. So this figure stands pretty much the same as our regular SIC figure. So yeah, for the details and range of motion of the figure, it has a decent range on the head. So you can see here, it can move a little upward thanks to the detailing here. But it kind of moves upward. And then it moves downward. It moves sideways. Since it's on the neck is on a ball joint, even the neck moves. So a ball joint, the neck is connected to a ball joint from the body, and the head is connected on a ball joint again from head to neck. So there you go. So there's a good range of motion there. So back then, they tend to use translucent plastic on the eyes in some of their Makai Kado figures, but pretty much the releases so far, they tend to use this translucent, the reflective paint app, which is okay too. I think it's a good alternate. As you can see, it's still looking good still. And since it's a Makai Kado figure, expect that the mouth opens. I think Dan is the only one who doesn't have a mouthpiece. A mouth. Alright. But pretty much all of the Makai Knights has this feature. So the fang is really sharp, as you can see. Then there's a hinge right there. Two joints here. There's not much of a motion there, but it moves downwards. It moves more at the back, as you can see. It can tilt a little, and then this part here is also in a ball joint, the waistline here, so it can swivel, it can move, add more range. So yeah, pretty much a good job here. Then check out the detailing here, well sculpted on the chest. There's a translucent plastic right here, very nice. The ab detailing is really awesome. It's well sculpted. Alright. I can't feel any die-cast part here, to be honest. It's just more of a hard plastic, but it feels really solid. Alright. This part is moves independently. Unfortunately, the groin right here doesn't have the usual hinge, so it won't fit Guten if you're gonna ride a Madu horse. Alright, but it can split as far as that. It has a thigh swivel. Let me take this out. I think you can remove this one so I could show you. There you go. So you can see the joint system being used here. There's a joint right there. I'm not sure if you can see it. Come on, there you go. There's a joint right there. Alright, so this is the hinge, the tie swivel. Alright, the legs can go as high as that. Alright, it's on a double hinge knee, but due to the detailing right here on the armor, it hinders the entire legs to go all the way up, a full good degree. You just can go as far as that. It's not a huge deal for me, but probably to some it may be. Moving backward, it can go as far as that, as you can see. The ankle right here is on a hinge, but it's a double hinge, one right here, so it can go up and down, and one at the back right here, as you can see, so it can do what some other people call as a ankle rockers, as you can see here. So it moves. Unfortunately, doesn't have a toe articulation. For the arms, it's a good thing that they did this on the shoulder pads. It's connected through a ball joint right there, so it won't hinder the arms, and it moves independently and with a very good range of motion, as you can see. So it's awesome. You just need to be careful, you might break off the ball joint, but it feels solid though. Alright, so on top of this armor right here, the shoulder pads, it has additional shoulder pads here that moves independently as well. As you can see here, there's a hinge right here. So the arms, oh okay, it's not broken, just right. It's not broken, see. So the arm can raise that far. Check out the, I wish you can see it, but yeah, it's on a hinge right here, and then a ball joint connecting to the body. Same goes right here, it's on a ball joint right here. So ball joint, hinge, ball joint. But you won't feel that ball joint feel here. I think you can. No, you can't. It's just an interlocking piece, but it looks like a ball joint. So it has a bicep swivel, as you can see. Bicep swivel. And then it's on a double hinge elbow. Alright. So yeah, this thing tends to doesn't feel loose, but it's kind of easy to deattach. Not a huge deal as long as nothing's broken. And then the wrist is on a ball joint, as you can see here. Alright, so there you go. Here's the overall look of the figure. Nice detail here. Scalp here, very nice. The back. Well, you can remove this part because you will be using this peg holes to attach the wing later on. Even this one is not made out of die cast. I wish they did use a die cast. Just hard plastic. So remove it so we can put in the cape later on. Then here's the butt. It has some sort of a tail detailing. Very nice. So there you go for the figure. For the accessories, it only came with one Garoken sword, which is made out of plastic. Pretty much the same sword that you will be getting with the Garo show version and the 10th anniversary Garo. They're no longer using a diecast for this sword anymore, unfortunately, but it still looks dope. It has a good designs right here. You can see nice sculpting. This part here can be removed. Like I said, this can be removed. Alright, so it came with one wielding hand weapon, one weapon wielding hand. I'm sorry. Yeah, so there you go. This is how you're gonna attach the sword. Well, it came with a manual, but it doesn't really you don't have to use that. It's easy to determine which part goes to where. You just need to be careful since they're not using a diecast. It has a fragile feel to it. You might break the sword, so you be careful when you attach this sword to the figure. So like that. Because the entire hand is well sculpted, so you don't have any choice but to place in the entire handle from that weapon wielding handhold, and that's the whole idea of having this being removed, so you can attach the sword accordingly. Yeah, because back then they're not using this kind of sculpted hand. You just it's made out of rubber, plastic, bendable. So on top of the weapon wielding hand, it came with two open split hands. That's pretty much it for the accessories. And of course the cape of the figure, which is this one. So if you already have the 10th anniversary Garo, I think it pretty much the 10th anniversary Garo or whatever figures they will be released under this line. I think that the baseline of that is this figure, because well, this came out first before the 10th anniversary Garo. So yeah. So here is the wing part or the cape. It's on a translucent plastic, but it's well sculpted, as you can see. It's on a hinge, as you can see here. You just need to be careful, you might break this thing off. Alright, so you can move that. I think you can swivel it a little, but mine's not moving that much, maybe because it's new. But yeah, it moves like that. So it adds a dynamic pose. Same goes with this one. You just need to be careful, you might break this damn thing off. So you can also swivel it a little. Just need to be careful, you might break, or the hinge right here might get a crack if you force it too much. So let's attach the wing of the figure. So here's the figure with a cape attached to it. So it turns out that the peg holes at the back of the figure, it's not where you're gonna attach these two cape parts, but rather on the center cape piece. For your reference, so here's the instructions manual. As I mentioned, it's not here where you're gonna attach the cape, but rather on the peg holes located on the sides of the center piece right here. So you're just gonna attach those parts You just need to be careful that you might, break anything, because it's a really, especially if the figure is really new, the peg holes is really, stiff, or whatever. You might break something off. But overall, the figure really feels solid. As you can see here at the back. So there's a good range of motion right there. You can go like that. You can move upwards. You can move downwards. It really feels solid. There you go. So overall, this figure is really solid. It has a very nice sculpting. The range of motion is really plausible. So if you're a fan of Keita Amemiya, the dude who created or designed these characters, if you're a fan of a well sculpted figure, if you're a fan of the series, I would really suggest to pick this figure up. It's really worth it. I would really recommend this figure a lot. So thanks for checking out my review. Please do subscribe to my channel. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you have a request of toy reviews of a possible Makai Kado or equip and prop figure that I may have, please go ahead. I'm willing to help you guys out. So yeah, thanks for checking out my review. So until later.